dispersed out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First down, it's Watson. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago. And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers.
You got to keep in mind, the newer the car, the more your taxes.
Give it back to their offense. That's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
You're used to us having like 2012 or less. That's a 2014.
Here's second and a yard. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
You're going to wear those pants today.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Watson. Left side here to Sanders. The first down screen pass, good for 5. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Watson. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
On first down, it's Mitchell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll try the left side. It's Mitchell, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Philly. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's a 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson looks to throw again.
Thank you.
Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On first down. Mitchell. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Salvon Ahmed, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. This to Jarwin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Watson now to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air yet again, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. There he goes left side, past the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 from the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him about the 10-yard line. that throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked. That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. Throwing on first down is Lance. Caught on a slant. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved. Call a few more plays that target him. Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell, and across the goal line into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And into the end zone. A pick 6 from the 49er D as they score the touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points. If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Watson's throw there taken in by Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
How does he turn around?
We do have a flag down. Let's check in with our
referee. Man.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul. And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Yes.
So not much time to speak of remaining
what did they say?
First half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football.
It must have been
25.
He said something wrong.
No, he said something wrong. He had to.
I heard you.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Lance. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half. He's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's Sermon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Being chased out left. And the ball
Come on, man, lay down.
is picked up by the Eagles. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson on 1st down. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by John Johnson. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they take a knee. And Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
He's just staring at the thing. Like, you're up like that.